What's going on, Moon Gang? Welcome back to another Dumb Money update. And in this particular update, we'll be talking about everything AMC and GME. And we have a lot to go over. So with that being said, let's hop right into it. So for today, Wednesday, September 8th, AMC closed out the day at 47.40, which was a drop of 0.9%, and GME closed out the day at 198.80, which was a drop of 0.1%. So right here, we're going to get into kind of some of the things that happened. So AMC, it shot up right at market open, came down, and then for the rest of the day, kind of built up, had a little bit of a down hit, and then right at the end of the day, right before market close, we saw an explosion, not only in price, but also volume. I'll be explaining why that happened. GME kind of selling off from the start of the day. I think people had earnings announcements jitters. As I'm filming this, the earnings call hasn't started, but the results are out. And of course, we'll be diving into that. That sold off until about 10:45. And then since then to the remainder of the day, it just kind of grinded higher and higher and higher. So before we get into the technicals of both AMC and GME and the short interest data, let's go about like what's happening in both of these stocks for today. So some of the big news related to AMC is right here. This was tweeted out by Adam Aron, the CEO of AMC. Cinema history by AMC Theaters in launching a 25 million plus national advertising campaign never done before by any theater chain. Our magical and powerful commercial star Oscar winner Nicole Kidman explaining why seeing a movie at an AMC is so incredibly special. Now I will link this video below. It is pretty cool. Check it out, Nicole Kidman. Later on, Adam Aron went on to talk about this with Liz Clayman on Fox, and we actually found out that there's about 7 commercials, and right here they're just driving enthusiasm and energy into AMC theaters. And honestly, I mean, I don't know how else to look at it besides that it being beneficial for the stock. But a little bit more interesting, as I said here in the intraday chart, is near the end of the day, he came on with Liz Clayman a little bit after 3, and that's when we saw a pop, and it was pretty interesting, and this was kind of the big reveal. She tweeted this out right after breaking. AMC CEO Adam Aron, we have made contact with GME on a partnership. We're not ready to say what it is, says AMC, now playing offense to get folks back to the theaters with epic 25 million ad spend. So right there, they talked about really the process with Nicole Kidman getting out these advertisements, but the bombshell release was, yes, they have been in contact with GameStop. Now, is a partnership confirmed? As of now, the answer is no, but they at least reached out, and I don't know, to me, this is funny. Does that mean, like, this is insane? This is why the stock market can be so much fun. That's why this particular narrative is absolutely hilarious. This is such a blast because things like this happen on a random day when you never expect it. And who knows, I'm filming this before GameStop's earnings announcement. Maybe they're going to say something big there. So I'm definitely interested to tune into that later. In the meantime, though, speaking of GameStop, the numbers already came out. Now, GME did miss on earnings per share by 9 cents, but they beat on revenue by 60 million, and their gross profit margin beat their consensus by about 0.5%. And we could see what's going on in post-market right now. AMC is trading at 46.80 and GME is trading at 193.20. But please remember, this is post-market trading, a lot of low volume. I care much more about what's going to happen when the market opens tomorrow on Thursday, September 9th. So let's talk a bit about the technicals. Here we have AMC, and you've heard this. There's not much change here. Cup, handle. On the smaller time frame, we have another cup and handle. Today, we kind of got the breakout, and you could actually better see it here, but it did not hold. For me, the way I personally define this stuff is when it breaks out, I want to see it close above it, and I would like to see it on nice volume. Today, we had a volume of 96 million shares for AMC, which was actually a decrease relative to yesterday. So I like that it's hanging out in the top of the sideways trading range, the top of the cup and handle breakout region. We're just knocking on the door. I like that we're seeing the pattern of higher lows. That means the bulls, the apes are getting more aggressive with every dip opportunity. And every single time we touch the top of this region, we're just continually soaking up supply. Overall, the major levels I'm looking at following this breakout of 48.30, if we can hold that, I'm watching 50, then 52.50. And from there, I'll lay out more levels. In terms of support, we do have an important support just below 45. And then from there, we have support at 42.50. In terms of the Ortex numbers, today they borrowed 2.56 million shares against AMC with a net return of 1.18 million. The short interest is 19%. Remember, on a year-to-date basis, the highest estimated short interest is 19.6, so we're within striking distance of that. Shares on loan, 119.83 million, utilization 92%. Obviously, this is trending up. The shares on loan in the red line, And then also the average age of the duration of the shares on loan, we're still pushing 2 months at 56.4 days. In terms of the flow, I want to start including this just so you can see what's going on in the options market, because it is very important to discuss what's going on with the potential of a gamma squeeze. So today for AMC, the call premium was 166 million. The put premium was 33.5 million. Obviously, the calls greatly outweighed it. And the premium in terms of bullish premium was 52.44%, and the bearish premium was 47.56%. So in terms of the options world for AMC, the bulls, the apes definitely dominated the day. Let's switch it over to GME. I'm a little hesitant to really do these technicals right now just because we're running into a fundamental development. Like right here, the fundamental announcement of what's going on with the earnings, that's going to completely sway the stock. So right now, I mean, of course we could say, yeah, bullish pennant, we got the fake out breakout, it rolled the line down, we found support at 200, we're still hanging out there. Yes, I like that, but we have to wait to see what's said at the earnings. And more importantly than that, we have to see how the market reacts to it. So this one, right here, I'm looking for 200 to hold. We have support at 188. I'm looking for the breakout of the 212 to 215 region. And from there, I'm watching 225. In terms of the short numbers, today, heading into the earnings call, they borrowed 160,000 with a net return of 250, a short interest of 12.27%, utilization of 36%, and shares on loan of 6.86 million. And the average age of shares on loan is almost 41 days. In terms of this flow, I'm actually excited to check this out. Let's see how people did today. 53.53% was bullish, 46.47% was bearish. The call premium was 57 million and the put premium was 34.8 million. So heading into the earnings, at least in the terms of the options world, it does look like the same thing. The bulls, the apes did dominate the day. So overall, I mean, with GME, we have to wait. We have to wait and see what they say in the earnings call, and we have to wait to see how the market actually reacts to it. But with AMC, I mean, for both AMC and GME, I think it's pretty crazy that they have at least been in talks. I don't know what this will actually relate to in reality, but the fact that they've even been speaking together, I mean, that's, you can't write a better story than that. I mean, what's that saying? Fate loves irony. Absolutely hilarious. Right now, GME, I'm looking for it to hold 200. AMC, it's knocking on that door of the breakout in the low 48s, and from there, you never know where it could go. It could go sky high. We don't know. That's why we have to watch it day in, day out, and watch the levels of support to resistance, and just watch that from tranche to tranche to tranche. And honestly, the exact same thing is true with GME. So with all that being said, I would love to get your thoughts on both AMC and GameStop in a comment below. If you want to help me out with the algorithm, you know about all that good engagement stuff. And until I catch you next time, from me and Chair, best of luck in the markets.